So here's a pro tip. A loft does not count towards the overall square footage. So if you're trying to build a tiny house and you're trying to stay under a certain square footage to avoid permits, you can always add a loft to increase your living space. And it's not going to increase your square footage. That's why these lofted barns are so popular. And point of this video, right now, in my honest opinion, converting a shed is the best means of building a tiny house. Because arguably these shed companies are building better quality buildings than the home companies right now. I don't know if you guys follow any of the home inspectors on social media, but dang, nothing will make you not want to buy a house right now than watching the home inspectors on social media showing people how crappy modern homes are built. I mean, it's just eye-dropping. It's jaw-dropping. It's eye-bulging and jaw-dropping. Your eyes will drop out of your head. It's so crazy. But the shed companies, the shed companies are making really good quality buildings right now. And my land, my park, is right on the main highway, and I see these sheds getting delivered all day, every day, man. Old Hickory Buildings, Tuff Shed, ABCO, these companies are killing it because everybody is converting a shed right now. And the shed companies do financing. Tuff Shed, those are the sheds that you see at Home Depot. They'll do, I think, like a year or two of financing, so you'll have a pretty high note. Now, Old Hickory Buildings, and they've got dealerships all across the country, they will do financing up to 5 years. So you can get an Old Hickory building that's going to be priced at about $4 or $5 grand, and they can bring you down to a note that's about $250 a month. Now, be mindful that if you're going to do 5-year financing on an Old Hickory building, all right, even if the cash price is $4,000, after you've paid $250 a month for the next 5 years, you're overall going to be paying a little more than double for the building. Okay, that's financing. Money is not cheap right now. But at the same time, most people are not on the, this is the final price economy. Most people are on a monthly economic cycle. So what they can do monthly is how they can get ahead. So even if if you're going to be paying in the long run 3 times the amount for the shed, the point is that if your monthly note is $250 as opposed to $1,200, $1,500 a month for rent, that's what Robert Kiyosaki would call good debt, I believe. Actually, he would say good debt is when you use debt to buy a business that generates income. But if you can purchase something that is an investment for you that reduces your overhead on paper and in the whole grand scheme of your personal wealth, it's going to do the same thing. I'll figure out a way how to repeat that in English in the next episode. So if you want a tiny home, you're not going to really find a company or an architect selling you tiny homes. What you're going to find is a shed company that's going to sell you a shed. And there are some shed companies, especially down in Texas, that will sell you one that is all decked out. Now, I talked to Tuff Shed here about they should offer some extra framing, because I would have to put in extra framing in my barn to put insulation in. And they specifically told me they cannot offer a package like that because I don't know if it's Arizona or nationwide, but then they would be considered selling a residential home instead of a shed, and they would need a ton of more permits, all that crap, and basically starts rolling you into the matrix. So, Tuff Shed will put nice windows on it. They'll give it a house wrap. They'll get all kinds of things but they're just making sure that they're selling it to you as a shed. And that's what they got to do. That's how they got to non-comply. Thank you for watching.